Okay, so now let's talk a little bit about adding workers to your system. There are two or three different ways to do this. The difference is whether or not the worker already has an account in Here2Work or whether they're new to the system. So if they're new to the system, we could just add, let's do it this way. Bedrock Health Services Volunteer 1 at, let's say, Gmail. We could enter their email address here. And the advantage to this is that in the event they already have an account, the system will help us with that. Let's choose, we want to put them in the PSW roster. Now, this screen means create new account, that this email address is not recognized in the system. So this is someone who does not yet have an account. In this case, we just put their information in there, in here, and first name and last name doesn't really matter in this particular case. And then we click create, and we will have created a new account for a worker in our organization. So notice the information here. So they have not activated their account, of course. It's a green unlock icon, which means I can edit. Because I created it, I can still edit it. And of course, I could check emails, but there haven't been any yet. So when I create this account, I'm able to then modify. I can create a new pin, for example. I'm able to make changes to their profile as long as I click save on the end, then I'll be able to make those changes. If I'd like for this person to be able to log in and use the account online, then I need to create their username for them. Let's go down and save that. So I'm able to make these modifications. And that's one way that I'm able to add someone to my organization. Now, the other way is if I were to put this email in and click on add, and then if they were already in the system, as I mentioned, they would just simply show up here. There's another way to do that. Let's go to roster editor directly. Let's go to all PSWs. Let's say we're looking for someone who's already in the system. We just look for for their email address. And if we get their email address exactly correct, then we'll be able to see their account. If it's not exactly correct, we won't see any information. And the reason for that is to stop any fishing around by entering a few of the first letters to search for email addresses for people to add. It must be exact in order to be able to add. So in this case, because I've selected the all PSWs roster, if I click on this name now, this person will get added to the roster, and there they are. So there are a couple of different ways to add workers to your organization. If they have an account already, or if they don't have an account already, is a really important consideration, and I've shown you how to do that two different ways.